We're here at the Balboa Island Museum with Dr. Stringer. My first question with you is, what is your earliest memory of the island?
About 4 years old.
So your parents had moved here in what
No,
year?
there was a thing called the Red Car in Pasadena, a streetcar, that came down from Pasadena. I think for a nickel, you could ride it all the way through Los Angeles to the pavilion, and then of course take the ferry across to the island.
Wow. Do you recall some of what the community was like in those years, early years?
I remember a lot of vacant lots and a lot of sand on the island, and some of the gas stations, used to be an Associated gas station, no longer there, but a lot more sparse than it is now.
So I'm assuming at 4 years old you came with your family.
My sister and I, she'd make a lunch, and she and I, she was older than me, would come down together.
Great. And approximately what year is this that you start your
That would
visits?
be 1938.
Wow. So at this point the war was starting.
Yes.
Do you recall some of that being a significant part of your experience with?
Well, not with the island, but we had blackouts in Pasadena and searchlights over Los Angeles and, things like that. Japanese were supposed to be landing at any time.
Right. When did you move here?
Well, the story of moving here was my wife and I went to South Pasadena San Marino High School, and in 1952 they bought the house at 120 South Bayfront, but they waited till my wife graduated another year, and then when she and her family moved here, I, being her high school boyfriend, followed her right down, and so since 1953 I've been here permanently, except going away to USC to dental school.
And what was the community like in those years?
Well, the summers were busy, like they look now, but the winters, Labor Day, everybody went home and you had the island to yourself. Park anywhere you wanted, the restaurants were always open. It was much more of a day and night type thing between summer and winter people, as opposed to today where it's year round.
Great. So the next question is, why did you move here? So you just mentioned.
Well, all of us from that San Gabriel Valley area for Bow Week, Easter week came down here. In fact, in those days, everybody came here. They didn't go to the desert, they didn't go to the river, and it would be teenagers, wall to walls, the whole streets would be filled. You couldn't hardly get a car on the island because of all the bodies that were around.
And what was that culture like? Did you sense that?
Fun, clean, no, there was no big rackets going on or anything. Everybody pretty much behaved.
And then the dancing halls were running through the peninsula. Were you part of?
Yeah, the Rendezvous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, Stan Kenton and some of those bands that were there then.
And what about the water culture? Did you participate in a lot of those?
Other than just boating and swimming, at that time there was just a lot of, everybody had some way to get out into the water.
And would you share why the island holds such a special place in your
I
heart?
think people, you gotta be a people person. You gotta like your neighbors and you gotta enjoy seeing people and talking to people.
Has that remained true, do you think?
Oh, sure.
For you,
Oh, yeah.
all the years?
Oh, yeah. I sit on my front porch, I probably say hi to 20 people during the day. So, yeah, it's very true.
What is your experience coming over the bridge? Do you have
Like coming
personal
home.
feeling?
Yeah, relaxing, yeah. Coming home and kicking off the shoes and,
Great. How has the community changed since then for you?
Busy. Yeah, probably more busy than us people who've been for a while like, but progress goes on. The only thing is they can't, get any busier as far as, there's just so many places, so it's not gonna get worse, I don't think.
Would you have a favorite Balboa Island story that brings back fond memories of your childhood or that inner child in you?
Well, as a child, not so much, but I think one of my favorite stories for the island for me was being a USC guy, and then we had Bruin guys on the island. And one time we got a white horse, a pony, and dressed my wife up as Tommy Trojan and marched around to the island down Main Street with a small SC band, just a little bit. And then took her over to a friend of mine's house, who was a good friend of Terry Donahue, the Bruin coach. And so my Bruin friend, to pay me back, got a hold of Terry Donahue, and they got a small Bruin band and got the ferry and put the Bruin band on the ferry and took the ferry all the way around the island playing the Bruin fight song. So that was a lot of fun those days, you know.
That's great. Was the ratio equal about as far as?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, there was many more SC guys than Bruin guys. In fact, the funny story is when the Bruins finally beat us a couple of years ago in the Rose Bowl, they finally won a game, and all of a sudden, all these Bruin flags came out all over the island. I didn't know there were so many Bruin people, but they finally got us, and so that was fun.
Great. Would you have any special holiday memories that relate to Balboa Island?
Well, I think the boat parade, of course, is always Christmas boat parade. And Halloween, it's fun to see all the people decorate and do all that for Halloween. So I think those two holidays are my two favorite on the island.
Have they changed much over the years? Are they pretty?
Well, they've gotten bigger, and the houses are getting much more decorated, you know. I still decorate my own, but it's fun to see the other ones that, you know, they mechanize things and all that.
Certainly. How would you express the island as becoming a home to you, since you had a pretty early history here?
Well, there were times where we had thought about moving, but I was able to talk my wife out of it. But it's for marriages. I don't. When the husband wants to do something and the wife doesn't, then the wife can stay in the house. The husband can get out, you know, walk around the island, go on the beach, get on the boat, whatever. So I think it's a good place for families to grow up. I had 2 boys that grew up here on the island, so it's a great place for kids and families.
Were they active in the BIYC?
Not much. They were born here, so by the time they were old enough for BIYC, they were already boating and doing all the things that.
Very natural for them.
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
doing.
it just came naturally. Yeah.
Great. Would you share about any favorite stories of celebrities you might have encountered at the island?
Well, I'm a local dentist, but John Wayne and I can't remember her name now. Big star, she was in.
Shirley Temple?
No, okay. Anyway, he was a patient at one time, and Sterling Holloway, who was Jungle Book, Carlin, you know, and big. What's the bear? Winnie the Pooh. He was Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, I've had some encounters like that were fun as patients.
That's neat. How do you think that shapes the island culture?
Well, they're all very relaxed, very laid back. I think everybody that comes here doesn't care who you are, what you are. It's just more of a good place to get along with your neighbor and have fun.
Would you share about any life-changing events that have occurred to you at the island?
I don't think I can think of anything that was life-changing on there. I mean, you know, everything seemed to be pretty smooth.
Great. Would you share more about your dental practice, the kind of how you were able to establish that? It's been a significant part of the residents' history of
Oh, is it?
being connected,
Oh.
of being the
Well, I got out
history
of, I got out of
being
dental
so-
school in '62, and all of my family and friends were going to a local dentist down here. And so instead of them leaving him, he took me on as an associate. Then he and I became partners. And my dental practice is my second family. I mean, I've gone through some tough times with a couple of cancers and things, and they're very, very supportive. And it's the main, one of my main points in life is my relationship with my patients. They're very, very nice and very considerate people. So I've had a very lucky practice. Still practice 4 days a week, but you know, not full time so much, but still enjoy it.
That's great. Would you have a favorite story about a business on Marine Avenue, even if that business does not exist today?
Well, the waffle shop used to be the big place to go, and the Cape Cod House for lobster was great. And I used to love the tacos at well, it's Wilma's now, but
Jolly Roger?
Jolly Roger, yeah.
We just learned that it was originally a taco stand.
Yeah,
so
I love the taco window. Everybody went to the taco window, sure. Great place to get tacos.
Would you share about some of the early history of the Jolly Roger? It seemed to be a
Well, that
very
was the place to
central
go. I mean,
place,
you know,
yeah.
for Easter week or whatever, that was the place to go and have a soda and sit down at the soda jerk place there and have some ice cream or something. But yeah, the JR was really the place to be, yeah.
That's neat. And so you think are the tacos pretty similar to the original recipe, or does that change much? Wilma's?
No, it's
I
good.
think,
No,
yeah.
that's very good, yeah. They did do a good job. Very good job.
That's great. Would you share anything else that you think pertains to the history of the island? This kind of concludes our portion of
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
questions, but if you feel
Oh, I think just where the ferry is now, that little restaurant used to be run by the Maddox family. Don Maddox and his mother and father ran the market right there. And it was a great market, and then they had a little mom and pop restaurant next door. She made homemade pies, homemade meals, and things you'd get at home and all that, and it was a great place to go see your friends and have like you'd be eating at home almost. It was a great place to eat, yeah. But as far as, I can't really think of anything else, you know. I mean, there was the 76 station, Jim Jennings, and that was a local place that everybody took their car to get it fixed. We were all sad that when the 76 people closed it down, but it was just mostly knowing everybody by first name at least, you know. Last names weren't so important, but, and just a friendly place to live. Still is. I live on Ruby in South Bay, and our Ruby Street neighbors, we always meet at the end of the pier, sometimes at the end of the street, excuse me. Sometimes in the end, you know, have a cocktail, or if somebody has an occasion, we'll close off the street and have a street party right there. That's fun.
it certainly has a communal atmosphere where holidays are celebrated
Oh,
together,
yes.
and so
Yeah.
you sense that.
Yeah.
So you've been able to preserve that locally, you think, with your neighborhood?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, very
That's
much, yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your
Well, thank you
history of
guys.
your island
Yeah, I'm anxious to see the
experience.
finished project and take a look at it. Be good.
Appreciate your time.